Alrighty. Well, welcome everyone. I'm excited to spend an hour with you. I think a lot of times we tell ourselves that it takes a lot of time to see real growth, real change. And while that can be true, I don't think it has to be true. I think that we can shift things in our life quickly. I think you can leave in an hour feeling more like yourself, more in alignment, more attuned to what's next, more clear. You can walk out of this space feeling completely different than you're walking in. So I just invite you to keep that open mind that you can shift, and this is a really potent container. The energy that we bring to this is so beautiful, and it's just a magical space. It always is. So I invite you, if you don't have a water or a journal and pen, to go grab that now. If you're able to find a quiet space, I think most of you have already. Crystal's in the studio space here. I can't get over that magenta light. That's so cute. Um, just so you're not distracted and you have just full permission to be your most authentic self. If you need to cry, if you need to lay, if you need to turn your camera off, this is your time and I want you to get the most out of it. So I'm going to share my sound here and we're going to get really present in the moment. You guys know if you've done anything with me before, I like to do a mindful moment just to clear our headspace so we're not bringing anything with us into the session so that you get the most out of it and just get our hearts really open, really clear for what we're going to do. Can we hear that? Airplane mode, yes, Lisa. If you need to turn off any notifications, you may put your phone on airplane mode. You are not available. This is where you need to be. All right. So let's sit up straight. You can close your eyes. And let's just start by taking a slow, deep breath in our nose. Hold at the top and release. And I want you to just notice any sensations in your body. Breath in. With every exhale, just relax more and more. Let your body be held by the chair you're in, the ground you're on. Let yourself shift to a more comfortable position. Release any tension that you're holding. Deep breath in. Release. And let's set down anything we're carrying from our day, from our week, from this season. Give yourself full permission to be here now. If you notice you have racing thoughts, I want you to bring your attention just behind your eyes, that spot in your head, right behind your forehead. Just bring your attention there. Think about the thoughts popping up like a phone notification and just swipe them away. You don't need to go deep into that now. You can go to it later, but now we're going to swipe it clean, clean slate. Let's take another deep breath in. I want you to ask your heart, what did I come here for? Why did I show up today? What do I need to hear? Let's set the intention together that we will get exactly that. That we will receive the wisdom, the guidance, the next steps that our heart needs. Deep breath in. I want you to tell yourself, I give myself full permission to be here now. I want you to give yourself permission to leave different than you came. To walk out of here with a different posture, a different confidence, a different knowing of exactly who you are, what you're meant to do, where you're meant to be, what the next steps are. We know that that clarity and that wisdom is always with us. We just need to get quiet enough to actually hear it. And we're going to do that together today. Just take 2 more breaths here. Let yourself expand, release, relax, feeling yourself open. Deep breath in again, expanding that capacity. Release your breath, feeling open to receive. Now let's just start to wake ourselves back up. You can wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe do a little shimmy. Blink your eyes open when it feels good. Alrighty. How you feel? I got a little too relaxed there, I feel like. All right, so if you have your journal, I want you to think about a goal that you have. This can be something that you want to wave a magic wand and have just completely different. It can be the big goal that you've been working towards. It can be a small goal that's just, the next right step. But I want you to be specific in that and just trust yourself that the right thing is going to come to your mind. But let it be something that you're working towards now, big or small. And if you want to share it, you're more than welcome to in the chat. You do not have to. I agree. A few deep breaths can change everything. It's so simple, but it's so simple not to do at the same time. So go ahead and write down a specific goal. So if you're doing something around your health, don't just say, I want better health. Be detailed in what you want to be different. If you're thinking about a money goal, don't just say more money. Think of a specific amount. If it's a project that you're working on, what specifically, what outcome. I want you to get detailed and specific. And like always, I do this right with you. We are busy people, and I don't like to send you with homework. I like to do the work while we're here, so it's done, it's productive, and we don't think I'm going to do that later. We just do the thing. Okay, so does everyone have their goal written?
Mhm.
Okay. Now I want you to think about that being complete. Think about it as if it's done. And I want you to notice how you feel in your body when you think about that being your present day. Is it exciting? Is it expansive? Is it nerve-wracking? Is it a bit of both? Is it a positive emotion, negative emotion? Are you feeling constricted? Are you feeling scared? And I'm curious if you want to share these in the chat, how you're feeling in your body around your goal. There's no wrong answers. However it feels is completely fine. For me, it's a mix of excited. Oh, tremendous relief. That's a good one. Mine's a combination of excited, but there's still some stickiness there. All right, so we've written our goal. Have you guys written out how you're feeling physically around the goal? Yeah, fear and accomplishment, that's natural. We're complex beings. It's natural to have both sides, the light and the shadow. Ease and peace, nervous. Yep, I get that. Me too. Me too. So, a lot of the time, duality, exactly, yes. A lot of the time we have dreams, we have goals, we have things we're working towards, and there's a reason they're not in our reality yet. Sometimes it is the practical. If you want to win the lottery, you have to buy a lottery ticket. If you want to publish a book, you got to write the book, right? They're the practical steps we need to take. But there's also the energetic side of things. And I like to teach on both. I like you to have practical things to do, but also you can do all the practical things in the world, but if you are not in a place where you're ready to receive those things, if your nervous system is not regulated around them and it doesn't feel safe, it's not going to happen. And you can be spinning your wheels for years. So these are the things that I am really passionate about shifting for people because it can be such a game changer. And I want to shift that for you guys today. So when we think about the reason your goal is not here yet, I want you to make a little list for yourself. Oh my gosh, I have 7 deer just walking into my yard. Apparently, it's time for dinner. Um, I don't know if that's any kind of sign. Anyone know any animal things? 7 deer. Um, I want you to think about, what practical steps can you take to bring you closer to this? So let's journal on that for a minute. Let's think about the practical specifically. I like music in the background, so I'm going to start something back for you. So, practical things that will bring you closer to the goal. And then, is one of those realistic that you can take action on this week? Which one of those can you start with? If you want to circle it or star it or put a number one, like you're doing them in a certain order. And then I want you to think about your schedule. When can you make this happen? When can you do the thing? And I want you to take this seriously. This is an appointment that you are making with yourself or your future self. This is an act of self-love. This is something that you will be responsible for, that you can have discipline to show up and actually do. So when you write a time, take it seriously like you would if you were making an appointment to show up for. This is on your calendar in real time to show up for yourself. You are just as important as everything else asking your time and attention, your energy. All right. So when we think about the energetic piece of this, I want you to feel like we are expanding your capacity around this topic today and also calming our nervous system around it as well, so that you feel you have the space to actually hold it and have it be real for you, and that it doesn't feel scary, sticky, nervous to actually be real. Something I found really powerful is tapping. So if you haven't done tapping before, this, to me, it helps affirmations and the mindset work really stick on a body level, on a somatic level. It helps the words really ring true. And I'll be leading you through different acupressure points. And when we're going through these type of points, our nervous system calms the heck down. So that's what we'll be doing. Uh, oh, good. You've done tapping before. Perfect. We'll be doing that next, but I want it to be around the specific resistance that comes up around your goal. So next section here, I want us to get a little more clear about, that fear, that nervousness, the anxiety, the sticky, resistant feeling. I want to dig into that a little bit here. So when you think about this goal and the resistant feelings, that shadow side of it are coming up, what kind of thoughts and feelings are coming up for you? And I want you to write those out. I want you to just let yourself journal for a second, what limiting beliefs, what fears, what doubts, what shame, what is coming up for you around this. It might be something like, my family will judge me if I do this, or people won't understand if I do that, or it's not possible for someone like me, or I'm not good enough to have that, things like that. What limiting ideas are coming up for you? And if anyone wants to share in the chat, you're welcome to. You don't have to. Whether it's fear of failure or fear of success or fear of the unknown or whatever comes up for you. Fear of what you can't control. Yeah, control's a big one. We always want that certainty that we know things are going to work out, don't we? And then ask yourself, what else? What else is there? Fear of judgment, looking dumb. Yeah, thank you guys for sharing. This is really honest, really beautiful. It's amazing when I do this with clients how common the same fears come up. It's just, to me, reassuring that as humans, we're also similar. The things that we want on a deep level and the things that scare us on a deep level are all so, so similar. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Rest is so, so imperative. Yeah. Helps with regulating everything. And not getting rest definitely makes things more challenging. So I can feel for you there. I've had many seasons of poor sleep. I feel like the past 20 years of my life have been poor sleep, but I'm just getting on the other side and I can tell you it's very good. It's very good to get 8 hours. Okay. So in those feelings, I want you to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how loud those are in your head. So the fear, the anxiety. So 1 being, it's a whisper in the back of your head, 10 being like absolutely screaming, like two bodyguards like dragging you away from the goal. So how loud is this? Mm, very loud. Okay. All right, so we have a rating of all the screaming thoughts. So I'll give you, you know, the brain version to rewire this, and then we're going to do the body version to help it land. So around these limiting beliefs that you've written down, these fears, I want you to ask yourself, is this absolutely true? Is it absolutely true that you'll look dumb if you do it? Is it absolutely true that you will be judged? And if there's someone in your life that you're like, yes, they really will, it's okay to, okay, well, will everyone judge me? Because usually it's just a couple people when someone thinks everyone, quote unquote, will judge them. It's usually a small amount when we think about the grand scheme of things. And then let's write something that might be more true. And I don't want you to pick something that's so opposite it feels unrealistic. So if you're thinking like, well, I'll use a money example just because it's simple. So let's say you are making $1 and you say, I want to make $3 billion, and it just feels completely unrealistic. Make it something that can land that you can get on board with. Like, I'm open to making 10 more dollars. I'm open to making 100 more dollars. So, what can you write that might be the inverse or a little shift of this to affirm a new belief? So, for thinking like I'm not good enough, could be as simple as I'm open to to becoming someone who feels good enough. It can be that gentle. Just I'm open to becoming this. And if you need help rewriting, if you want to put the negative version, I can write it for you. But I want you to write out some positive versions, and then we'll get into tapping a little. So if the fear is, you might look silly or ridiculous, um, you might ask yourself, like, is it true that I will? Is there a possibility that I won't, that it'll help somebody, that it will inspire somebody, that someone will be amused? How can we crack that door open? Crying is fine. Crying is good. It's good to feel. allowed to give myself grace and paying myself first to do things for me and my family. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, when we crack the door open with that little bit of hope, I think anytime we're either releasing pressure from the heart or we're breathing in inspiration, tears can come. I think it's a good thing. Anyone need help rewriting? Okay. And something just generic that can be helpful is just telling yourself, I'm open to a different experience around whatever topic. I'm open to seeing this differently, having this outcome be different than I'm used to. I'm open to be seen in my beginning stages of coaching and course development. Yes. Beginning is beautiful. And I'll give a little, I've coached coaches and I tell them the same thing. There is something so beautiful about a new coach, the way that you can work with clients. Like they will get a better experience with a new coach a lot of times because there's so much excitement and eagerness to learn and serve well, and the client experience can be so deep and wide and beautiful because you're new. So I see it as a superpower, not a setback. All righty. So I wish that was enough. I wish that that would just rewire your brain and you'd be forever changed. But things go deeper, and there's a somatic level to a lot of this. We trap so much in our body, and I want to help you shift that as well, because this is where we can see these things land, and it just integrates more. And I will send out the recording so that you can return back. I think I'll make little clips for my podcast too, just so it's an easy spot to find it, just to help you shift. Oh, yes, downloads. Downloads can cause tears. Any aha moments? Yeah, anytime we're just like it's clicking, that's so natural. That's beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Lisa. All right. So, acupressure points, the back of the hand here, top of the head, in between the eyebrows, on the temple, cheeks, above the mouth, on the chin here, and then collarbones. If you feel like giving yourself a hug, the sides over here. So whatever feels good to move through, you can follow me, listen to your own body's cues, and breathing. Again, you can breathe with me or your own pattern, whatever you feel like you need today. And we're just going to start to shift and allow ourselves to have a different experience around our goals. Okay. So let yourself get comfortable. You can take deep breaths through this. You can do in your nose, your mouth, wherever you feel comfortable. And you just jump in when you're ready, camera on, off, whatever you need. This is your time. This is your space. We're just going to come into our bodies. We are a whole human. We all come with baggage and hard experiences, scary experiences, things we wish had gone better, had gone differently. I welcome all those parts of you today. They're safe to come sit with us. This goal that you have, this topic that you've brought today, might not be where you want it to be. And that's okay. We can love ourselves fully. We can love each other fully. just as you are. Ooh. We're going to open ourselves up today for a different experience. We're going to choose today to know that our past does not have to dictate our future. You can say to yourself, I choose now to let things be different. I choose now to let the past go, forgive myself, to give myself grace, and just know that I can show up differently in this area. I can choose different ways of thinking, different ways of feeling, different ways of being, different actions. And I trust myself to know what that is. Deep breath in. I trust myself to know what the next right step is. I trust myself to shift this moving forward. I release the pressure that I've been holding, the expectations I've held from myself, from others, from society. This is my journey. This is my journey. And it's playing out just as it's meant to. We know that God loves us. He's got a plan for us that is good. It's all playing out exactly as it's meant to. You're not behind. You're not messing up. It's all perfect. You're perfect just as you are. You can shift. You can change. And I want you to say one of those affirmations to yourself in your head, out loud, whatever you need, and just let it hit home. I am enough. I'm on the right path. I'm open to seeing things differently. I'm open to a different outcome that I've ever seen before. Whatever you need to hear, say it now. What else does your heart need to hear? I'm open for change. I'm open for growth. I'm open to abundance. For the rest, for the nourishment, for the movement, the strength, the clients, whatever it is. I want you to remind yourself, I'm open to receive more. I'm open to receive good. I'm open and ready for abundance. What can you let go of a little more? Let's take a few deep breaths. And again, with every exhale, just let yourself know, I release the fear. I release the anxiety. can you let go of? What can you make space for? I want you to start to bring in feelings of gratitude for the woman who showed up today. This woman is so strong. She's full of hope. She's resilient. She's ready for change. And I want you to just feel that gratitude flow through you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This woman's been through fire and she's still standing. She's still standing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for getting back up every single time you were knocked down. Thank you for the lessons that she's learned. For the strong woman it's created. And I think you know deep down, she's not done yet. She's not done yet. There's more here. There's more for you. I want you to tell yourself, I'm ready. I'm ready to receive guidance, wisdom, next steps. I'm on the path. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop. I know what to do when it gets hard. I've been through hard. I can handle this. I'm not alone. I trust myself to handle whatever's coming next. Take a few more deep breaths. Just anchor in those thoughts one more time. What do you need to hear? What did you come here for? What else? I want you to just feel your feet on the ground, your hips in your seat. Let yourself feel so held, so grounded, rooted, connected. Let all this be true and more. All of this or something better, something greater. We welcome in miracles. We welcome in divine intervention. We welcome things turning out better than we ever could expected. You're allowed to shift. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to let go. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to have a different experience. Your identity can be different from here on out. Now, I want you to just close your eyes, hand on your heart, and let's take a few deep breaths into our heart space. I want you, I want you to let yourself feel connected to everyone on this call, to anyone listening in the future, the beautiful souls that are here today, doing this work together. And I know how easy it is for us to show love to other people, to see the beauty, the light, the magic in them. And I want you to think about just sending this light straight from your heart, like a just glowing yellow, bright light just flowing out of you. And as you're sending all of this, I also want you to imagine just hands open, heart open, making space to receive that love that's coming towards you. Let's just hold space for each other's goals, each other's dreams, knowing that if it's on your heart, it's there for a reason. I want you to feel the belief, the excitement, the support that other people have towards you. Let that encourage you. Let it fill you up. Let yourself know you're being guided. The next steps will make themselves known. Whether it's something that came through on this call or in the coming hours or days. I want you to make space, keep your heart open to receive. I want you to feel into the identity of the woman where this goal is a reality for her. Maybe you imagine the future version of yourself walking towards you and just giving you a hug. Maybe you imagine embodying her now. I want you to feel what it feels like to have that goal. You physically feel healthy and vibrant. You have the clients you want. You have the money you want. You've reached the goal. How does that feel in your body? And let's just hold that feeling. Take deep breaths in. Let yourself celebrate. I did it. I did it. Who would you tell first? Would you jump up and down? Would you dance? Would you call someone? How does it feel to be done energetically? Let yourself feel that excitement. I actually did it. It happened. I did it. It worked. Feel proud of yourself, excited. Breathe all of that in. Breath in. Let's do one more deep breath here. And then we're going to start waking up our fingers and toes again, gently bringing ourselves back to the present moment. If you need to drink some water, if you need to shake it out, whatever cues your body has, listen to those now. I'm going to give you guys about 3 minutes just to journal if there's anything that came through, if there was any aha moments, anything you want to remember. Do that now. And I also want to hear your after rating. So before we did that exercise, you were saying the limiting beliefs felt like a 7, 8, 10 plus. How would you rate those lies? 'Cause that's what I'll call them. They are lies. A 3, beautiful. How would you rate after reminding yourself of the truth, reminding your heart of who you are, where you're going, how supported, how loved you are? 3, awesome. And that's what I love about simple tools like this. It can take a few minutes to just remind yourself, yes, safe and worthy. That's beautiful. Give you another minute, just whatever you want to remember from this session. If anyone wants to share anything, you are welcome to. You do not have to. But if anyone feels inspired to share anything, you are more than welcome. Anyone have anything come through that they want to share? I can show up as who I am and where I am. Absolutely. People like to see the real journey, the raw, unfiltered. Like they don't want to see something that's 100% perfect. And I think people can be inspired when they see someone trying new things and showing up authentically, just saying, I'm looking for my first client. I'm looking for my first dollar made. I'm putting out my first podcast, whatever it is. And they can follow the whole thing. Yeah. I used to feel that way too. You love seeing the real person, but when it comes to you sharing, you want to put your best foot forward. And I think there can be a balance, right, of putting our best self. Like we don't need to share our trauma and dirty laundry, but you can still be authentic and relatable and just honest about the journey because people like that. Yeah. It's safe. It's safe to do that. Awesome. I can hold on to as much anxiety or vigilance as I need to and let go of any excess. Yeah. Sometimes we need certain, I won't say negative emotions, but kind of, the darker side of things. They play their role, but you don't need to hold it in excess. Absolutely. You can let go. You can let go. Mm. Awesome. So, how do you guys feel after that? Mm. I will use techniques to hold me accountable for me. Yes, you deserve it. Absolutely. I will start doing affirmations daily, give myself space and time. Yeah, you deserve that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm. More grounded and anchored. That's what I came for. Beautiful. Connect with wisdom and guidance. It's always in you. Absolutely. We just need to slow down and shut up. It's safe. Yes, you have permission to do more of what you want without fear. Yes, you do. You do have permission, and we give it to ourselves. This is so beautiful, you guys. I get so much out of this. So thank you for spending an hour with me. I hope that you got what you came for, and I hope that you keep your heart open moving forward because there's more lessons and more wisdom. And just notice the synchronicities, notice the good things coming in into reality for you. Just know that you're a magnet for it, and the more time you spend doing things like this, the faster it will all play out. I love creating spaces like this, and I have a lot of fears that come up in me sometimes of like, who even cares? Like why do I waste my time? But it's not wasted. If it helps one person, it's never wasted. And I think it's so important for people to connect like this and just be reminded of how much magic we have inside, how we can tune in and access that anytime we need. And that's why I feel the need to shout it from the rooftops because it's all inside all of us. You don't need me to facilitate these type of things. You can do this anytime. And that's what I want to teach women is that you can empower yourself and inspire yourself and build the life that you dream of, that you love. You deserve all those things. Oh, you are so welcome. You're so welcome. So, upcoming in my coaching world, I am wanting to create a group space similar to this where we can do a transformation hour call every month together. And there can be a community space as well where we can connect and share and really support each other and have that potent environment to cheer each other on. And during the month too, we might host just kind of like group coaching, kind of like office hours, I guess. So people can kind of pop in and just bring whatever they need, and we can talk it out in real time and get feedback and get support. So that's kind of the vision I have. I love the group space. I think it's so beautiful when souls like us come together and hold space for each other. It's just magical to me, and it's what I absolutely love. I also have spots opening in my Heart Awakening mentorship, which is my program to teach you again how to build a life you love. It's to take you from just going through the motions to get crystal clear on who you want to be, what you want to have in life, and then working through some of this, what I call the muddy middle, that inner work to really get you to the reality of it. And then the habits, this building the habits that will sustain you in getting there. So it's a really potent, beautiful space if you feel called to that or know anyone who could benefit from that, that's what's coming up in my world. So feel free to send people my way because I love doing this work. It's my favorite thing. So thank you guys so much for spending your hour with me. I hope you feel different than when you came in. I hope you feel empowered and inspired and calm and grounded and all the things. All right. Well, I will send out the recording if anyone needs it, but have a wonderful night. Thank you guys.